Dueling in Red Dead Redemption should be straightforward and easy, and technically it is, but there's just one problem. No one, including the developer and content creators such as myself, have actually bothered to clearly and effectively explain how to win duels. Duels are very easy when you first start playing the game, but eventually you can't even win one, and it gets to the point where you avoid them altogether. But finally, I will clearly explain how to win every duel in Red Dead Redemption. Winning duels is very easy, and I'll explain in a moment how to do it. But very quickly, if you want to practice dueling, just go play poker, cheat, and get caught, and you'll be challenged to a duel. When you start a duel, there are two bars in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. The blue bar is your score, while the red bar is your enemy's score. To win the duel, you have to raise your bar to a higher position than your enemy can, when marking or placing your shots on the enemy. In order to raise your blue bar to a very high position and win the duel, you should absolutely target the head and chest, but specifically, I like to aim directly for the enemy's face. But you have to do it at the right time. And the right time to start placing your shots is when the crosshairs or reticle turns white and small. Also, don't draw in advance by holding any buttons down, as this will actually place you at a disadvantage. Instead, press L2 for PlayStation, LT on Xbox, and ZL on Nintendo Switch when draw actually appears on the screen. When draw appears on the screen, press and hold that L button on your controller, and push up on your controller and aim with the right thumbstick only. Do not use your left thumbstick. I don't know if using your left thumbstick will place you at a disadvantage, but whenever I've lost duels, it seems to be when I've tried using the left thumbstick as well. So to avoid losing, I just always push up and aim with the right thumbstick. After I've drawn my gun, of course. Next, you must know when and how to place your shots. So push up on your right thumbstick and aim for the head or the face. When you see the reticle turn small and white, that's when you must place your shots in order to win. You will notice that there is an additional red reticle or crosshairs around the outer surface of the smaller white crosshairs or reticle. Just ignore these larger red ones, and place your shots when you see the smaller white crosshairs or reticle. To place your shots on the enemy, press R1 on PlayStation, RB on Xbox, and R on Nintendo Switch. Once you've placed your shots, press R2 on PlayStation, RT on Xbox, and ZR on Nintendo Switch. Duels are just like going into Deadeye. You place your shots and you fire. Furthermore, I prefer to use the volcanic pistol for duels, as pistols generally carry more rounds or ammunition, usually around 8, than revolvers, which usually hold around 6 rounds. And once you've placed your shots, you only have to press R2, RT, or ZR once to fire all of the shots you've placed. He didn't stand a chance. Let's watch that again. On draw, press and hold L2, LT, or ZL, push up and aim with the right thumbstick, place your shots with R1, RB, or R, then fire by pressing R2, RT, or ZR once. Next, I'd like to show you a series of clips which demonstrate my improvement with duels. They'll show you where I went wrong and what I got right. In this duel, I initially placed my shots way too early, which you can clearly see by the color of the crosshairs, which are in red, but also by the sound effect, which indicates you're not successfully placing your shots. Also, when I do place my shots, it's just in the nick of time as I just barely prevail and win the duel. And I did so by aiming closer to the face and waiting for the crosshairs to change color from red to white. I'll show this clip one last time, but at the normal speed, so you can see how I just barely got my bar higher than the enemy's bar, and therefore just narrowly won the duel. In this next duel, I placed my first 5 shots way too early, and therefore my bar doesn't fill up very high. Meanwhile, the enemy's bar fills up to a higher point than my first 5 shots. So I was about to lose. But I placed my final 3 shots much closer to the enemy's face, which raises my bar higher than the enemy's, and subsequently win the duel. Here's another duel I narrowly win because after I place my first 5 shots too soon and the enemy's bar fills up higher, I place my final shot much closer to the enemy's face, which finally raises my bar higher than the enemy's and seals my narrow victory. Next, we have the same situation. I placed my first 4 shots way too early and would have lost the duel, but I placed my final 2 shots on the enemy's head and my bar shoots up to the top. You may notice that when I place those final 2 shots, the crosshairs finally turn white, and this is very important. You don't have to rush placing your shots, as placing your shots is not a race with the enemy. Just sit and wait patiently for the crosshairs to turn small and white as you aim for the face or head, and they will eventually turn small and white. This next duel demonstrates just how long you can take placing your shots. I place my first 2 shots way too early and the enemy's bar fills up higher, but then I take my time aiming for the enemy's head as the crosshairs have turned small and white. So when I finally do place 3 more shots, my bar fills right up to the very top very quickly, and the enemy had no chance. These final 4 clips demonstrate getting the hang of duels and completing them almost flawlessly. Just remember to press and hold L2, LT, ZL, push up and aim with your right thumbstick, wait for the crosshairs to turn small and white, then place your shots with R1, RB, or R, then press R2, RT, ZR once to fire. I hope this tutorial has helped you, and that you will be able to win every duel in Red Dead Redemption. Remember that you can practice dueling by wearing the elegant suit to poker games and getting caught cheating. Just keep practicing and follow the steps, and you should get the hang of it. Finally, I've also included a link in the description below which details these same steps for winning duels in Red Dead Redemption. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.